Welcome to the Rounding Third podcast, a show so good that I was able to release one of my hosts as a form of representing the podcast in the championship. That is correct. It is championship week. Kevin will be joining us shortly. But before we can even get to what is going to be a very exciting episode, we do in fact have to recap what happened last week. Week 18, we had the consolation bracket and we had the championship semifinals leading up to this week. Just to rip through very quickly, we had in the bottom, Polar Pete's taking on Sean's team. Polar Pete's absolutely obliterated him at 874 to 601. The brothers faced off. We had the commissioner Jeremy taking on our Wooks. Wooks wiped the floor with them. I don't even think Jeremy set his lineup for the week. And then in the last round, I was begging for him to beat me. Brando, I didn't even set my lineup. I ended up beating him somehow. I think I'm going to kick myself next year, depending on where I draft, as I beat Brando 781 to 752. Now to the semifinals. This is where it gets very interesting here. You had in one corner Hot Ice and the Lending Clubbers, two past championships. These was a shocking result for me. I thought this would go down to the wire. Kevin said it last week. I'm going to tip my cap and give the flowers over to James's corner. He had a great season. He ultimately had some injuries. I think, again, if Yodarn Alvarez had a seat at the table here, maybe it would have been a different story. He did have some good pitching. Want to call out Jacob Lopez's performance from the Athletics: 30 points, 10 Ks, had a win. Freddie Peralta, Brandon Woodruff. He had some good pitchers going off, but you look at some of the big dogs that he has on his team. Kyle Tucker having 20 points isn't going to get the job done. Kevin's side, he had his two biggest pieces show up, that being big dumper Cal Raleigh, 112 points off of 10 RBIs and three home runs off of 1 week. That is a crazy stat line. And then Vladdy got it going, 104 points off of six RBIs, three home runs himself. It was enough to put Kevin into the championship conversation, 860 to 654. Now, looking on the other side, we had two other friends that squared off. This was a more lopsided approach. A big shout out to the Torpedo Bombers, who were our Cinderella story for the week. They turned back into a pumpkin. I am going to call out. I'm just looking at his lineup now. He didn't really have a lot of good performances, but if I'm going to give it out to somebody, it's not Billy's sister, it's Taylor Ward of the Los Angeles Angels. When your best player gave you 58 points, you kind of know that wasn't enough to get it done, but a great season to Jack. We appreciate you. You are a loyal listener of the podcast. Dong's 800 plus points. Again, stop me if you heard this before. Shohei Ohtani, good at baseball, 102 points. He himself, there was a lot of three home run performances. And again, he got some really good performances on the backs of his pitcher. Sonny Gray, I'm going to call it specifically, 38 points, 15 Ks and a win. That's just pure dominance. Dong's got the job done, 869 to 431. But we are going to start things up with clapping it up. We're clapping it up. We're clapping it up, not just for the podcast.
Are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording. We are recording. This is for the two gentlemen that have made it to the championship. Going back to my notes, Kevin, I just wanted to say from the jump, you had a very unexpected back-to-back successful season. Wanted to kind of, you're wearing the crown, man. Big kudos to you, my co-host. There's no bias in this episode. I'm here purely to mediate. And with that, I am going to give the flowers to the regular season MVP, the strong man, the number one seed, Dongs. This is a guy that is the loudest in the room and puts up the most points in the room. So, Dongs, thank you for joining us. Welcome to the show.
Very stoked to be here. What a wild ride it's been, and what a serendipitous ending this is. As I said in the group chat, seeing as Kevin kicked off the entire win streak, started the season 1-3. Then Kevin said if I beat him, he'd wrestle a bear. And since then, I'm on a 14-game win streak.
Well, let's bring in the bear.
Yeah, let's get him in here.
I'm going to ask you both the same question. Kevin and Jake, did you think that you would be in the championship at the start of the season? And then the same question, did you think that the other person would be in the championship at the start of the season? I'm going to go Dong. Dongs, you have the right. You're the one seed. What do you think?
I loved my team from the start. I got a couple of key guys that I've had around since the beginning. Trey Turner, he was my first pick ever in fantasy. Rafael Devers, I've had him every single year. Traded him twice, once to you.
Yep.
Randy Rosarina, he is a staple in my on my team.
Yeah.
And Jazz, as you know, I've had 3 out of 4 years. So
Mhm.
I got a couple of guys that have been with me the whole way and that lost the championship with me in my second year.
Sure. I
And
remember.
looking to bring it home for them.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, it's been a wild season. I definitely thought that Jeremy would have been here right after the draft, if you asked me. His
No,
bats, dude, look at his bats. His bats are
no,
crazy. Like,
no, no.
uh, uh, if you look, he has the most points against. He matched up with me like one of my highest scoring weeks. He had some really bad luck, even dating back to last year. If we can dig into some of those matchups somehow, he was getting. I remember he had a streak of like 4 weeks. He went against the highest scorer every single week. So it's like you can draft the best team, but the roll of the dice, dude, the luck really really plays into it. And I caught a lot of hot streaks, like Ben Rice first half of the season. He was top 30 player. He's not even in the top 100 now. He cooled off. He did the same thing last season, but
Sure.
it's really about riding hot streaks and getting lucky and solidifying it with a good draft. But
Here we are. Yeah.
Kevin's been in dogfights all season. He's been fighting. He's definitely earned his spot here.
He's a hungry dog,
Yeah,
and
he is.
to that dog, I'm gonna
I'm
ask
very
you.
hungry
He
right now.
he has my kryptonite. I texted him earlier. Hunter Goodman, man.
Mhm.
Oh man. Every time I look up, that guy's hitting a home run.
Hey, Dongs, more like Hunter, great man.
Yeah, he
Great.
benched him today. I got the notification. I went, no way. And
Yeah,
then I look, he
He,
benched him. He
he,
wasn't he was sitting, so he got pinch hit.
pinch hit.
yeah, that was tough to see. He has been a good one for me all year. Dongs, just to go back to Mike's question, I mean, not surprising at all that you made it to this point. I mean, you started off getting Otani. You got Schwarber. I mean, you had a lot of guys as foundations, and as we had talked about, like in the first few episodes, like there was a lot of parity, a lot of teams that could have did anything. I mean, you clearly started to catch fire and you never looked back. No one deserves more than you to be like in this spot. I think like I've been a
Appreciate
little
that.
more on the luck side of things,
Yeah,
especially
you
the last few weeks. I mean, I've had things go my way. I could have been bounced by Coach Seeks.
Seeks, he was who I was most afraid of coming into playoffs, to be honest with
Same.
you.
Honestly, same.
I
Yeah,
think I think that Suarez trade came at the wrong time. You missed him for like 2 days, and then he got hit in the hand, and just
yeah.
was not a great series of events.
No, but hey, I'm not shocked that the two guys that I'm staring at, like, let's call it is Kevin is on a great run. I think he kind of represents, if we're looking at the two parodies, that getting hot at the right time versus like the guy that like has been hot all year, and I love to see it. My next question for you both is going to be this. It's more of the if I'm going to lose question, not why you're going to win. You can don't brag about your team. If you're going to lose, why do you think it is? You could go into the camp of someone on your team. You can go into the camp on someone else's roster. Why do you think you might lose?
I think given the luck I have had, I think it is, do it any time to run out, especially with some of the guys I've picked up that like I've just like kind of plugged in and then they'll go off for like a home run. Still has like most of his ads left for the week. He can probably add like six hitters tomorrow, you know what I mean? And as long as like half of them have big showings, I think if anything, it's going to come down to how Dong kind of works the rest of the waivers.
I'd say that's a big play. So my make or break, I think, is tomorrow, Thursday. Not either
Ooh.
of our teams. If you look, there's
Mhm.
there's a sparse amount of games.
Yep.
So he has most of his hitters playing tomorrow. I think he only has like
Ooh.
one or two holds, maybe three in his lineup. Whereas I only have four hitters tomorrow. I have
Mm.
Trey, Schwarber, Randy, and somebody else that I'm blanking on. But I have four hitters tomorrow. So I
Mhm.
was actually thinking because I used two of my ads last week towards this week. I don't know if you noticed. I added you Darvish and somebody else on Sunday to
Mhm.
play Monday. Because I had 3 ads left over. And
Yep.
I was going to use that last ad to drop Adelus and pick up either Tavar or Dansby Swanson. I was looking at both of them.
Mm.
I noticed you picked up Swanson today too.
That
But
that was a strategy move on my
yeah,
part.
so I was
I was
looking,
Wow.
I was looking
I
at,
was trying to
yeah,
get
I
out
was
of it.
looking at him. I was looking at Swanson and Tavar to pick up for Thursday and drop Adelus. But I actually came to the conclusion that I was going to drop Adelus and play Christian Javier on Monday, but I didn't get the drop in time. And Javier ended up, he has a 2 start week this week. He starts Monday and Sunday. So I would have got 2 starts out of him. And he dropped 18, and I didn't play. I forgot to drop Adelus for him.
That's baseball.
So
That
that
is
18
baseball.
points, that 18 points could be
Yep.
huge.
This matchup is separated by mere points, so I'm excited.
He's winning right now. He took the lead. I had a bad day yesterday. I think he's up by
Yeah.
40 after Xavier Edwards home run and somebody
Listen,
else.
you think I don't know? I'm tuned into
Yeah.
this matchup right now.
Yeah.
Out of respect for my co-host and my love for dongs, I know the correct thing for me to do would be to pick who I think is going to win. But instead, I am stirring something up for the viewers at home. We talked about this off air. I thought it's a great idea. When it comes to winning a championship, I think it's always the hungry dog runs faster. We are, yes, doing a Dino Nuggets challenge. We have 10 nuggets each. And what we are going to do today is see who is the fastest to put away 10 nuggets. Now, I truly don't know who is going to win this. The handicappers are kind of saying it's a pick 'em. I'm just kind of going to DJ the event, what I'm seeing on both sides. Dongs, just give me a quick flash of the nugs. Yep. So we have standard size Dino Nugs. Jake, I see no ketchup. Is that pure strategy?
He's raw dogging him.
He's
Raw
raw dog.
dogging him. Raw
Okay.
dogging.
I think we pop right into it. I think we pop right into it.
Are you going fork or no fork?
Cha, no fork.
He said with the fork. So we got fork versus no fork, ketchup versus no ketchup. The other thing to add in, I am going to take on the winner next week. So
Sounds good.
wanted to put that in there. I am putting some skin in the game. Three, two, one, go.
I got two right here.
Oh, he's going two. So Kevin's doing the two, and then Dongs is throwing two in there as well. I did not do well the last time I went that approach. Water is going to be key here because they are dry. Looks like they are both kind of working their way through. Two apiece. Kevin's got his third in there. Oh, Dongs has a third as well. He's running into what I ran into. He has a whole lot going in the mouth. He's got to make some room. Um, Kevin's going two apiece to make it five total nugs. As Dongs is making some room, he's got one. It is Nope, it's four right now. So it's 5-4. Much like the standings, Kevin has an early lead. We will see if that stays that way. He throws a sixth in there. Jeez, that's that Thursday slate you were
Evan,
talking
you're a
about.
demon, bro. Holy.
Yeah. Kevin's got six nuggets right now. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It is much harder than it looks, I will say. I did this before. It is not easy. 6-4. Kevin's throwing a seventh in there. It looks like Dong's got his fifth in there. It is still within reason. Kevin, you can't, man. Can you? You can't. Seven, that would be an eight and a nine. Chew a little bit. You got a little bit of time, like
You
make
just
it close.
swallowing these things whole or something? What's going
He's
on?
That's nine. He's got
Oh
nine
my
nuggets right
God.
now. This is like, oh, this is like when you go to Atlanta and you run and then the freeze comes out of nowhere and he just chases you down. Wow.
Wow.
Dongs right now. I'm not sure what he's at, but I know it's not nine.
This is 7. I'm not.
Hold on. You have to chew. You have to chew, show mouth. Chew, show mouth. Chew, show mouth.
I'm waving the white flag.
The flag's
Waving the white
waved.
napkin.
Hold on. Kevin, man. Wow.
Wait.
He
I
might have.
can't. I can't see him, but
Yeah.
I don't think I'm down in 4 nuggets in the time it takes him to eat one.
No doubt. No doubt.
I'm at 7.
He's still doing it. At this point, just enjoy the Nuggets. They looked good. I kind of
They
would have
are
had
pretty
mine.
good.
Yeah, I would have had mine well done, much like Dong's. But there's something to that. Two Nuggets on the fork. Almost. Keep one more swing, one more swing. There it is. There it is. Lob it up for Kevin. Holy sh-
I was starving.
You're a demon. I was pretty starving
I
too, but
fasted all day
damn.
for this.
You got to think though, like Kevin kind of went into it strategically where he was hungry. He did the fork plus the two nugs, which I don't know if it makes it better because Dongs did what I did, where I did both sides, kind of like the Alvin and the Chipmunk style. I think
Yeah.
Kevin's got it down. All right. Well,
I thought mine looked smaller than yours too. I was like, oh,
I'm not
Coach Seeks,
gonna.
how are you feeling going into next week, Coach Seeks?
No, I think he gave me the answers to the test. To be honest with you, I think I'm
wow.
gonna like
Hats
kind of
off to
rip.
Kevin. Yeah, that
No
was
doubt, no doubt. Hats off to Kevin. He
wow.
killed that. He
He
killed.
killed that.
I always kind of knew going into a food challenge, Kevin would be Goliath, and he kind of showed us why today.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want to give it up beforehand. I'm not the fastest eater.
No, no, no,
I
am I?
used to
Nope.
be I used to be 260 for a reason.
Yeah, that's why I was laughing when you were like, "Oh, he definitely did food challenges." Like, yeah, kind of the opposite.
Kind of the opposite. Well, I'm gonna give you each the four because you earned it. Do your thing and kind of tell us, what you expect the rest of the weekend. Say what you want to say.
I got to give a shout out to Ben Rice, heart and soul of my team, and a secondary shout out to Warming Bernabel. That kid lit it up for 4 games for me, and he looks like a stud. If you look at his picture, he just looks like a superstar.
I'm getting the crystal ball out. I think we're gonna get to Sunday. I think Kyle Schwarber is gonna go for at least 2 or 3 dingers. I
Yeah.
think that's probably the most like poetic way for this to end. Dogs is gonna end up clipping me by at least 70. We'll kind of ride off into the sunset going into next year.
Wow. You could have a back-to-back champion, or you could have a newly crowned one, and I'm here for it. My final prediction. It stinks, man, because like my heart says Kevin, it's tough, man. I just think Dong's is gonna do it. I think Dong's is gonna do it. I do, but I could be wrong. If Kevin wins, I'm thrilled. We have a back-to-back champion, or we have a new champion. It's kind of a win-win scenario for the league, to be honest with you. With that being said, we are out of time this week. Strike one.
Strike two.
Strike three.
We're out. We're out of here. Good luck. Good luck to you both. Kevin, you're a sicko for what you did to those dinosaurs. They're literally and dongs. Nothing but respect for you, my friend. Good luck to you both.
Shout out Raphael Devers.
No, no, absolutely
You
not.
got to keep that in there. You got
No,
to keep that in
I
there.
will, I will,
You
I will,
have to.
but I will. But the last thing I'll say is Raphael Devers would have won the Nugget Challenge. Can we all
That's
agree?
my hero
Oh
right
yeah,
there. I
All
should have
right.
taken some
he would have
inspiration.
put me in a box.
He'll put you in a box. Good luck, boys.
Hello.